Okay guys, so I want to start my speech with an African proverb that is, God make man because he loves to hear stories. And when we look back, it's kind of true, right? Because we're natural storytellers. We are fond of stories. But what were the oldest stories that you guys have ever heard? Is fairy tales. Yeah, we have Peter Pan in the Neverland, and we have Little Red Riding Hood. But what about Gretel and Hansel? Do you guys still remember it? The story is about two little children who got thrown into the forest and fell into the hand of an evil witch. But then Gretel, she burned the witch alive, and they lived happily ever after. Okay, so let's just pause for a second. What if Gretel, 20 years later, a grown woman, a mature one, she rethinks about her past experience? What would she say? What would she think of? Would she be haunted by the past experience? By the old witch? So, in today's speech, I'm gonna walk you guys through Gretel in Darkness, a poem by Louis Clark, and I hope that I could bring you guys some perspective on trauma and a little bit maybe how to deal with trauma ourselves. So first, let's pause for a few seconds for you guys to have a look at this poem. Okay, this is a poem about Gretel's perspective. And as you can see, the first slide, this is the world we wanted. This is the world we wanted. It is not the world we want. It is in the past tense. So the reality that Gretel is facing is not what she desires. And as we keep reading, we can see that now far from women's arms and memory of women in our father's hut, we sleep are never hungry. But she questions, why do I not forget? She questions that why she keeps thinking of the old witch, of the old battles, and her father bars the door, bars home from this house, and it is years. Why can she not forget it? Maybe there is a double meaning to Gretel's sentence. She understands that she is being protected physically by her father in her own house, but she doesn't feel safe because her father neglects her own feelings and she has to repress her own emotions. And as you can see that no one remembers, even you, my brother, in the stories, Gretel and Hansel were the one who experienced the battles with the witch. But it doesn't seem like Hansel is remembering anything because summer afternoons, he looked at Gretel though, as though he meant to leave, as though it never happened. And in the end of the story, you can see that she felt like we are there still, and it is real, that black forest and the fire in earnest. What is happening here? From this poem, there are two critical points that I want to make. Trauma sustained and trauma varies. It's trauma sustained because we are made up of the past. Trauma follows wherever we go. You can see that even Gretel, she won the battle. But what's next? She got haunted. She got haunted until today. And why trauma varies? It varies because she feels like Hansel, he just doesn't remember anything at all. And it feels like Gretel is the one who is suffering for all of that. Before I make the TED, I have to sit down and rethink a lot. I have to do a lot of self-reflection because this is what I'm experiencing. This is my perspective from a person who experienced trauma. And to some people, trauma is a huge shock. Like Gretel, she won the battle, but she got cursed. But to me, trauma is something that I got in contact to from my daily activities, from very normal things in my daily life. And the thing that I want to bring up here might be unpleasant to hear, because in our Asian context, under the influence of Confucianism, we're not supposed to say bad things about our family. We're not supposed to say that we hate our parents for this thing or that thing. We're supposed to feel love, to express our gratitude. But the thing that traumatizes me the most is when I have dinner with my family. So it usually starts with my father coming back home, and he's half drunk, and he is saying very unpleasant things to my family. But my mother and my sister, they're just gonna cry and bear with it. But then they just dump their emotions on me. So most of the times, I fell into the questions of why me? Why didn't say those things to my father, but me? Because I believe that we must remain the harmony in a family. We cannot say bad things about any other people in front of their face. It is very the characteristic of Asian family. And because of those things, it shaped a social pattern, even it shaped our behavior that we don't even realize that. I believe that because of those things, that we normalize the pain that our children got into, and we don't acknowledge that they are suffering. Just like Gretel, she is suffering underneath, but her father just doesn't see it. Like, it's just like her father is blinded. So that's why I want to say that trauma sustains and trauma varies. So what should we do now? Right? So we have the problems. We have trauma, we know it's sustained, we know it varies. What are we gonna do? So this is the part I think that you guys are gonna expect me to be some kind of wise guru who gonna give you some inspirational speech. But no, hey, listen to me, I'm only 18. I'm just a freshman at Huynh University. I just started my own college life. And I'm also a person who experienced trauma. I cannot give you advice, but I know that in your heart, if you want to help people who suffer from trauma, there are things that you can do. You have to stay and leave them. Why stay and leave them? It's kind of weird, right? You have to stay with them because those people who experience trauma, they feel like they are so insecure and they need you to be emotionally available, to be present at all times. But at the same time, you got to leave those people for their own self-recovery at their own pace, in their own space and time. And for the people who experience trauma, what I want to say is that it's okay. It's okay to acknowledge that you're suffering. It's okay to acknowledge that you guys are in pain. Because in our society, people have been telling us that we are a weak generation. We're talking about traumas a lot these days. But back in our parents' times, trauma wasn't in their vocabulary. Trauma doesn't exist. So there's nothing wrong when we talk about trauma and we express it. Because in the end of the day, it is you who's gonna have to survive, who's gonna have to fight battles. And in the end of the day, it is you who have to stand by on yourself, and there's no one gonna stay there to walk you through your entire life. And I think that I wanna end my talk with a quote that I think it really matters. That is, what matters is not what happens right now, but what matters is what gonna happen to you. Gretel won the battle. Remember, she won the battle, but she got haunted. She got cursed. And she has to live with it. So you must look forward. You must see your future. You must see that there are potential probabilities that are waiting for you. And this life isn't just about suffering. This life is about achieving happiness. And this is my TED about trying to survive from trauma and trying to find your own happiness. Thank you.